Hello, I'm Larry, and for this video I picked the biggest horse I feel like in the country. It's a beautiful horse. What I wanted to do on her or him was you know, just do some disengaging and stuff like that to kind of show you how to work the hips and move the hips with your horse, and also how to hold your hand and then slide that leg back. You know, some of you may already have this down, but you may know how to do it. You've seen it on TV, and maybe you've done it at home some, but you need to get out there and practice this, and because the disengagement and the head position with the hand is going to be extremely important when you're having some horse behavior problems or issues that comes up. And get out there and practice this thing, you know. Walk your horse, moving that hindquarters to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right as you're going forward. Practice these things over and over, you know, repetition. Just get out there and do it all the time. Have fun with it, you know, just have fun with it. And it'll get to where it's just going to be automatic for you. Like I was talking about on another video earlier, when you're riding down the road or trail and your horse starts doing something, you can correct it as you're riding and keep your momentum. And because it will eventually just come naturally for you. And that's what horsemanship is about. You know, where we can just fix problems. We don't have to when we have to really deal with these problems is when we let it get out of control. And then that's when we try to do something. You know, it cracks me up that some people, they'll feel their horse doing something, and they're riding and they're looking down at their horse knowing that that horse is probably going to buck or something, but they just keep on until the horse bucks, and then they try to pull their horse around or something, and it's just too late then. You just better hang on for the rodeo. Okay, as I always say, master these skills. Your hands and your legs is very important. Okay, see you next time. Dolly! Okay, I'm up on the big elephant. Right now is where we're going to see a lot of resistance, and so I'm going to do a few things with him. Now, right here on the lateral flexion, he's really wanting to push away from us. You know, horses are into pressure animals, and he's wanting to push away from it. But one thing that we really mess up, is that we try to get in a tug of war with them. And that's just not going to happen. It's not going to work. Actually, it's going to make your horse get tighter through here. So I'm going to ask, and I'm not pulling back to get his nose around. I'm keeping my hand out here. I want to do whatever possible to help him be able to bend easily. Right here, this is just a natural bend for the horse. So that's the reason why I'm putting my hand out here to bend his head around. Now, right here you can see how tight that is. That's him putting the pressure on. I'm just holding what I've got. I'm going to hold this, and he's eventually going to give. And when he does, like right there, see, I released to just that little bitty amount of release he gave me, and when I did, he came on around. There, good boy. Right there, right there. Good boy. He's checking my boot out. It's okay. You know, when you're trying to build trust with these horses, boy, curiosity's huge. You don't want to take the curiosity out of them. You want to work with that curiosity. That's one thing that you want to get, because that's when you're going to start getting your horse to trust you. Now, I'm not saying let the horse bite your foot off, but I've never seen one do that. So, you know, just let him check it out. If he gets a little crazy on your foot, on your boot, then just tap him with it. But don't hurt him. Okay, much better. Now, if I'd have got, you know, in a really trying to pull and get that head around, we'd still be doing it, and it would have actually been a lot worse. So now, here we're on his right side. It's pretty good. Okay, good deal. Now I'm just holding it. I'm waiting on him to give. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Of course, it doesn't help with his mama's face right there.
Well, you need a challenge.
Okay, there we go. Just like that. Make sure, I see a lot of you guys, when you're doing lateral flexion and the horse comes to the right, you're not releasing this left rein. So when I've got my hand coming to the right, I'm naturally dropping this left hand here. See, I want to make sure that there's no pressure on that left side. Okay. See if we can go forward. We can. Okay. See if we can get a disengagement. Okay. Alright. Saddle's kind of slid back a little bit. Now the only reason I don't have a back cinch on here, I do recommend having a back cinch, is just because I took it off the other day and forgot to put it back on. So you don't have to have one, but if you're doing a lot of trail riding and it's a lot of bumping and stuff going on, or you're going to wish you had it. Okay. Alright, we've got this neck fairly soft. Let me do this side one more time. Now you can see how he kind of jacks me up on this side. You know, my saddle kind of goes over, and that's because he's bringing that shoulder out. So we need to work on that too. Okay, now I'm doing I'm going to do some forward motion, disengaging. There goes the left shoulder, so I want to push that hindquarters around. Now the shoulder goes back in. Notice the loose reins. Now I'm just using one rein to disengage. There we go. And I release. And I'm already looking at where I want to go next. Let's do the right side. There we go. We're going to come right out of it. I don't want to lose my momentum. I want to keep it going. Let's go here again. Then right out of it. Keep your seat going. Keep your forward movement. We'll go one more time. Right here, he's wanting to go to the camera lady. I'm just going to hold what I got. There, and release. Now, if you're already experiencing problems, you know, if your horse is barn sire or speed control issues, or just getting the horse to go in the direction you want to go. Right there where I wanted to go left and he wanted to go right. Well, that's where he was using those shoulders, boy. He was sticking that shoulder to the right. He had all this power back here pushing that shoulder in that direction. So what I was doing was just holding it. I just held it because I know that's applying a little bit of discomfort. And so eventually he gave. and I didn't go to just pulling and pulling. If we get in a situation where our horse is wanting to go right and we want to go left, a lot of times what I see people doing this right here, and now they're set way back in their saddle. They got their hand way up here. There's no leverage here whatsoever. You're going to lose. And when the horse ducks to the right, you're going to go to the left. This is how a lot of us get bucked off our horse. So get these hands down here. Through this whole thing, my hands have been out here. Now I've got better leverage. I got better control. My arms are extended, and I'm able to control this front end. Okay, now here I'm controlling the front end, and now I'm using my leg to control the back end. Okay, when I talked about getting your horse's head, using your hands to position your horse's head, that's what I'm talking about. Is when I need the hindquarters to go to my right, I'm going to position the nose slightly to the left, and that's going to give me that bend, and that's going to open this up here. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to ride him with loose rein here, and just kind of let him do what he wants to do. Now he wants to go to the right, so I'm going to add a little pressure here, and I'm just holding it. I'll release, and now I'm going to use my leg to get him out of here. See, there's no way I'm going to be able to pull him out of this spot, but I had his head in the right position, so then I went with my leg and pushed the hindquarters, and if I wanted to walk on out, see, I had the momentum to go the direction I want to go. Alright, so this is where your legs, guys, you got to get in here and practice with your horse with your legs, because you're going to need them, because you're fighting too much here. And if you got a bridle in his mouth, man, you're making him even madder and madder, and actually you're just increasing the fear in your horse. So you know, get a halter and a lead rope and practice with him, and you need to get comfortable with a halter and a lead rope. You know, you just got to believe you can do this. See here, I got the nose positioned to the left, and then I'm going to disengage him with the left foot. And now I'm able to go the direction I want to go. Okay, now one more thing, the zigzag. This is where I'm going to use my hands, and because when a horse is trying to go the direction he wants to go, you know, that's the problem we have, is because of the shoulders and the hindquarters with the power helping the shoulders to go that direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these hands, and I'm going to, you know, I can feel him and I can see him. If he wants to go to the right, before he actually gets the bend in the body to the right, I'm going to quickly make a bump to the left. Right here, I'm going to quickly make a bump to the right. A bump and a release. Bump, bump. See, right here, he's done got too far to the right. I let him get too far over. So you might as well just go ahead and go. Keep your momentum. Make a little circle. And now, here we go. So see, he was looking to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Okay? All right, good. Right here, he's looking to the right. I'm holding the pressure over here. This right rein is loose. I'm going to push him with my left leg. Now, not only did I get him to go to the left, but when I pushed with that left leg, his nose come on around to the left also. Okay. If you're riding with a snaffle, you know, just make sure that the only thing you're using that bit for is to position his head. Okay? Let's get that. There's no way that you can control your direction and forward movement at the mouth. This is what you've got to have control of, is this back here. Okay? Everything a horse does from a walk to a buck, he's going to start it right here. So remember that, and just learn to use these legs. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful for you. You're going to need these tools, and get out there and practice. Don't be sitting around on the couch and decide, I'm going to go ride my horse, and make sure your mindset is, today, when I get on my horse, we're going to wherever my target is. You're going to go there. And one of the most important things I forgot is, don't be looking down at your horse. Don't be looking down here. When you're looking down here, he's going to be able to go where he wants to. And plus, it applies more pressure to him. Look ahead. Look at where you want to go. And when you're going down through there, you got these hands out here. See, I'm almost in the middle of the mane. You just work this and keep looking at where you want to go. Use your legs, your hands, and you'll get there. Okay? And after doing this a few times, you're going to build that trust and security that you want from your your horse. Okay? Thank you. God bless you. God bless your passion, the horse.